and welcome back to another episode with me, Living Free Ashley. So a couple videos ago, I talked about my favorite restaurants in Vancouver that have gluten-free and vegan options. And I'm going to expand on that a little bit today and talk about my favorite overall vegan businesses. So let me clear something up first. There are two ways of being animal-free. One way is plant-based and one way is vegan. Now, when I first started my journey, I would say I was definitely more plant-based because for me it was just about what I was eating, what I was putting into my body. When I started doing more research and reading more and watching more videos and documentaries, I knew that I needed to become vegan. So when you're vegan, you don't have any animal products in your life. So that comes to your clothing, your furniture, your makeup, your beauty products. So anything that has to do with products in your daily life, including food, you make sure it doesn't come from animals. And this was a fairly large transition for me because it wasn't really something I had thought about before. But now it's a big part of my life and it's a big part of my husband's life. And I just wanted to say, if you wanted to know more about my journey, about how I became vegan, I do have a video that I made a while back. It was my 100th episode, so I'll link that up here if you want to see it. But yeah, like I was saying, it has become quite a big part of my life and a big part of my life that I enjoy because it gets me looking into products more and finding out where they're coming from and how they came to be. And a case in point is my husband and I were looking for ski gear. So we're in the North Shore now, we're closer to the mountains, so we want to go skiing more. And he had ducked out to go look for ski mitts for both of us. And it felt like it was taking a lot longer than it usually should. And it turns out that he was being really conscious about the gloves he wanted to buy. So a lot of them have what looks like leather on them. So he wanted to make sure that the leather was not from animals and that it was synthetic or plant-based leather. So now we have these awesome gloves that have no animal leather on them. So I thank Chris for going that extra mile and just, taking the time to research and ask questions and make sure he was getting a vegan product. So on that note, I am going to talk about these completely vegan businesses that don't necessarily have to do with food. Some of them do, but I'll just go right into it so you kind of know what I'm talking about. So the first business I'm going to talk about is Nice Shoes. This is a small shoe company. They also have belts and purses and things like that, but everything they bring in is vegan leather, or it's vegan, it's synthetic, or it's, plastic based or something like that. So none of their products are from animals to make the leather and everything else. And it was actually my husband who discovered this. So he needed new dress shoes and a new belt. And it was at this time where we had both been vegan for a little while and he didn't want to have any more animal-based shoes or belts or anything like that. So he went online, he found Nice Shoes. It's a little bit out of the way for us. It's in the kind of Kingsway area. But he went and he came home with like 2 pairs of shoes and a new belt and told me all about it. And I've been back quite a few times since I went my first time. I have my rain boots, my combat boots, my everyday work shoes, and I have a pair of sandals as well that are all from this one shoe store. So it just makes me feel better knowing that A, I'm supporting a local company, and B, I'm not supporting the animal cruelty industry. So, everything that I'm wearing is vegan. So I thank Chris for finding that store for me, and I thank Nice Shoes for having their store and having a place where you can go in and know that you don't have to ask about each particular shoe. You just know that they're all vegan. So moving on from shoes, I'm going to talk about, well, we're going back into food a little bit, but it's a unique situation. So we're going to talk about Zimt Chocolate Cafe. My favorite word, chocolate. So Emma, who I've done a couple videos with and who I've talked about quite a bit. She has Zimt Chocolate Company, and all of the chocolate she makes is vegan, it's ethically sourced, the packaging is biodegradable, and she gives back to charities as well with her company. And she's just expanded and opened up her own storefront, which is this chocolate cafe. So you can go into this chocolate cafe and you can get chocolates and coffees and hot chocolates, and everything she makes is from scratch, including all of the nut milks that you can have your coffees with. And I mean, I've raved about her chocolates before and her caramels, and now she's got this chocolate ganache with macadamia nut bar, and oh man, it's a good thing I don't live too close to it, or else I would be there every day and I'd be about 10 pounds heavier. So it's just such a great little spot to go to, and there's nothing like that in Vancouver. You can get her chocolate bars, her milkless whey, and the white stuff and all of that, the peppermint one. You can get all of that there in packaging, or you can bring your own containers and she'll put it in your own packaging, if you will, and she gives you a discount as well. So Emma, thank you for being so rad and opening up a vegan chocolate cafe. I mean, you are the best. All right, so moving on from there, we're going to talk about some beauty products. So I have a few businesses to talk about, but the first one I'll start with is Willow's Wax Bar. They're on Hastings, and they're the first ever vegan, 100% cruelty-free spa. The owner is amazing. She's a sweetheart. I've met her a couple times, and you can get eyelash extensions, not extensions, because they aim to be zero waste as well. So it's eyelash tints and lifts. You can get your eyebrows done, you can get cosmetic tattooing, you can get facials, I believe, and massages, and everything, all of their products and everything that they use on you is 100% vegan and cruelty free. So that is Willow's Wax Bar. Check that one out. So staying within the beauty world, I'm going to talk about Luna Beauty Care. And this is my friend Pega's brand new business. She just opened it in January. And I met her a few years ago. I was getting some cellulite treatment done. I can talk about that more later. It's just one of the things that have always been it's just always been a problem spot for me, and never really wanted to wear shorts and stuff like that because of it. I don't know. Anyway, it's just a thing. But anyways, that's how I met her. She was doing my treatment, and then like flash forward to a few years later, and we've become friends, and we see each other at the gym. And anyway, she started this Luna Beauty Care company where you can get, I got micro needling done with her for my face. And you can get eyelash extensions there, and she's got a whole bunch of different treatments, and everything she uses is vegan, cruelty-free, and she's an interesting one to me because she ate meat and everything like that and didn't really think about, you know, being vegan or plant-based or anything like that until she met me, and we would have these long sessions together, and I would told her about my journey and my transition, and unbeknownst to me, it got her thinking, and she ended up changing her diet and lifestyle, and same with her husband, and then starting this company and making sure that all of the products she brought in were vegan and cruelty-free. So she's told me that I've been a big inspiration to her, and it's pretty heartwarming to hear, because you never really know who you're going to affect or change, and she's just the sweetest soul ever, and she's beautiful and she's smart, and and I'm just really happy that we found our way into each other's lives, and that now we're friends and I'm a client at her new business. So that is Luna Beauty Care, and that's on Hastings as well, just on the edge of Burnaby. So another company within the beauty care world is Elate Cosmetics. Now, I discovered Elate when I was at the soap dispensary, like I am all the time, and needed new makeup. I wanted to transition into package-free makeup, and then discovered that they had this Elate makeup there, so I could get it package-free. It's also 100% vegan, and it's also gluten-free. So I have a lot of their makeup. I have their foundation and their concealer and their powder and their blush and their eyeshadow. Pretty much everything I'm wearing right now except for the mascara is all Elate. And I did some research on the company, and they're a Canadian-based company, and from what I can tell, they're from BC, but I'm just not 100% on that. But from like the store locator and where you can get it, it all seems to be on the West Coast side. But as I was looking more into the company and, you know, knowing that it was gluten-free and vegan, and they like to support package-free stores, they also like to give back to community and charities, and the packaging that they do use, they want it to be sustainable packaging. So there is one of their blush sticks that you can get, and then when you're done it, you throw it in the compost. Or one of their blush rounds that you get, like the compact ones, they come in this seed packaging. So rather than just like throwing it out or recycling it, you plant it and then you can have some wildflowers. So they're just really innovative and really think about the environment and their clients and the animals and everything in their company and in their products, which is really awesome to hear and to see and to support. So yeah, so that kind of covers, from what I know, all of the beauty care, self-care. So the last one I'm going to talk about today is Vegan Supply, which I mentioned really briefly in that other video. But basically they are a store. They have a few locations, but they're a store where every product in there is vegan. So you don't have to go in and read labels. I still read labels because I'm gluten-free and soy-free, but if you're just looking for straight vegan products, just go in there and have at her. So you can get food, obviously. They have skincare, shampoo, conditioner, home care, cleaning supplies, deodorant. They've got some like swag and apparel. Yeah, they've got a lot in there, and they're always bringing in more products, and they like to locally source, and then they bring in stuff from the States as well. So that's a really really fun store to go to just kind of go hog wild on your vegan products. So yeah, I think that's all for now. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more popping up. I'm sure I've missed some. So if I have missed a really great vegan company, just comment down below and then I can know to go check them out. And like I've said in my other videos and in my Instagram posts and stuff like that, really find out where your products are coming from, how they're getting there. Please try to support local companies over the big, conglomerate companies if you can. Yeah, it's just, for me, it's really important for me to just kind of be ethical about where everything's coming from, not create waste, and to really support those companies that are really trying hard out there to be better for themselves, the environment, the animals, the health, their clients, the community. And I mean, why wouldn't you want to support a company like that? So thank you to all of these wonderful companies that are out there that I mentioned, doing amazing things and being very specific about what they're selling and who they're selling to. So there we go. Thank you again for watching another episode with me, Living Free Ashley. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. If you like it, please share it, and cheers to living free.